In February 2020, a teenager in Ontario, Hamilton, managed to steal $48 million in cryptocurrency in a single day. This is how a chronically online teen pulled off what investigators called one of the largest single-victim crypto thefts in Canadian history.
How did this teenager get so much money out of like a billionaire? $45 million is game show money to me.
And the equivalent of 46 million Canadian in Bitcoin was stolen from a single victim.
A Hamilton teenager has been arrested for the largest cryptocurrency theft from one person in North America.
This video covers real-world cases involving illegal activity. The actions depicted are not endorsed by crimes. This video is meant to document and inform, not to teach or promote cybercrime.
Since the crypto thief was a minor at the time of his arrest, Canadian authority could not release personal information about the teenager to the public. So for the sake of this story, we'll call him Max. Like most teens, Max lived online. He played video games and hung out in Discord servers with his online friends. While being online, he eventually picked up a side hustle of selling digital game assets. He would mostly sell PlayStation accounts that hold rare skins on games like Fortnite, or PlayStation accounts that have rare usernames. In these online circles, rarity equals status. People pay real money for rare Fortnite skins. Others go to sites like ogusers.com to buy short, clean usernames on platforms like Twitter, Instagram, or PlayStation. The kind of names that make you look like you've been around since day one. What Max didn't realize was that chasing rare accounts would eventually expose him. But we'll come back to that later in this video. At some point, his interest in virtual assets evolved into something more serious. Through online friends, Max was introduced to SIM swapping. SIM swapping is simple but dangerous. You trick or bribe your way into getting someone else's phone number moved onto your SIM card. Once you control their number, you control the text messages that are supposed to be protecting their accounts. You're able to reset passwords. You're able to bypass two-factor authentication. And if the victim has crypto, you can drain it. Max wasn't going after random people. He had a target. Josh Jones, a United States tech entrepreneur and an early Bitcoin investor, someone who has been in the game since 2010, a guy known for holding a lot of crypto. When Josh Jones' phone loses service, the clock starts ticking. Max didn't know how long he had before Jones noticed something was wrong. With the number in his control, Max moved fast. He reset access, bypassed two-factor authentication, and got into the wallet. Then he started moving the Bitcoin out of Josh Jones' control and into his own. From Jones' side, it looked like a nightmare. 1 minute your number is yours, the next, text stopped coming through. You're getting locked out of accounts, and then you seeing transfers that you didn't make. Once Jones found stable internet at a nearby coffee shop, he immediately flagged the activity, reached out to his provider, and contacted the authorities. Because this wasn't just $500 vanishing, it was tens of millions in crypto disappearing in real time. Max tried to wash the money through mixers. Mixers are services that take in a bunch of crypto from different sources, swirl it together, and send it back out in pieces to make it harder to follow. But mixers don't make you invisible, they just make you slower to find. And here's where ego ruined him. Remember Max's fixation with rare usernames? Yeah, with his new money, Max wanted to flex. He went after a PlayStation username so rare, it barely seemed believable. God. It reportedly cost them $50,000. That single purchase tied all the stolen cryptocurrency back to him. Investigators already had tips. They already had a victim pushing for answers. And now, they have a link. On the dawn of May 14th, 2020, a tactical team from the Hamilton Police Service banged on Max's door, stating that they had a search warrant. There was no time for Max to answer before the police eventually rammed the door in. Max did not put up much of a fight as they ordered him to put his hands behind his back. The officers confiscated his electronics and took Max away. Now it's 2022, as a 90-year-old Max stood in a Hamilton courtroom, and his lawyer is expressing his remorse for stealing $48 million in cryptocurrency. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation, with the judge taking into account the time he had already spent in custody and the fact that he was just 17 years old when the crime occurred. You're probably thinking, this is the end of the story, right? He learned his lesson. Well, you're wrong, because just weeks after his sentencing in Ontario, Max was carrying out his second high-profile crypto heist, this time in the United States, and he's targeting prominent social media accounts on Twitter. This eventually landed the now 22-year-old back in court, this time in Virginia, where a judge sentenced him to 1 year in prison for his role in a string of NFT digital art-related scams. This story shows that some people can be given a second chance and take it for granted.